Festival 2019. NLF was started 3 years ago for 3 reasons. First, the importance of reading to a 21st century education. Second, the absence of any other Indian platform for taking children's literature seriously. And third, showcasing Indian stories that can act as mirrors and windows for our children.
Honour to be here, and I love being in your wonderful country. I have many books in many languages, and so that is wonderful to know that hundreds of thousands of people around the world are using my stories.
I know my books have to have a theme that is literacy or food security or, something related to social emotional learning. So it needs to have that, and then it's a plus if it is based on a true story, which is just how I happen to do my books.
As a writer, you're always balancing that. How much sensory detail do you put in? How much sort of local detail do you need to make your setting real? So I think with no matter where you're writing about, you're making those choices. And then part of it's just instinct and balancing.
Does a series work from an author's point of view in terms of allowing you to really get into a character and sort of lose yourself and then develop that character and stories? Is it a very creative process?
As a writer and illustrator, it was great at the beginning because for a couple of books I became quite familiar with the world, so then I could explore the character a bit more.
I'm old enough to remember when it was possible to say that I have read all of the books in English written by Indian authors. There was a very limited list back in the 60s. I think with children's literature, we're at a point where we're moving beyond that.
I have done a book about football. We call it football in Africa. She's done a book about soccer. Books that help empower us in terms of our future well-being, preparing us for our future well-being. Books that also help us in terms of problem solving. And the third theme is about building confidence in ourselves.
Every year you surprise us. This year again it was a big surprise. We parents also learn it's not only for the kids Literature Fest, it's for us. We love coming to Literature Fest.
Clever Tailor. It's written by Sri Vidya Venkat and Nayantara Surendranath has done the illustration.
When they speak, they dream, they imagine. It's all in their own languages, Kosher being one of them. But when they're asked to write a story of imagination, they cannot.
I think this is one of the most important children's festivals there is in the country, and that gives prominence to children's writing in a way that other festivals don't really do.
Books are really the most loyal of companions. Just look at all those books on display there. You know why I like them so much? Because they give me high shelf esteem. Get it?
Ramayana, Mahabharata can teach you about agency. It can talk to you about consent. It can talk to you about gender. It can talk to you about violence. It can talk to you about violation. We have been telling these stories all our lives. We don't need consent workshops. But we never saw the possibilities in the story.
Neev Lit Fest, it only gets bigger and better every time. had a great experience, had a lovely time. I also launched my new book here this year, which was a great privilege.
It is wonderful, and there are different types of books catering to all ages. Excellent. I'm just enjoying all this.
So it's just the atmosphere is amazing. To be surrounded by books, to be surrounded by authors, book lovers. I mean, I don't think any other school does it like this. And really, these are the 2 days we look forward to in the year to come and browse books. Trust me, I'm not browsing books for my son, I'm browsing it for myself.
I think children's programming is close to my heart, so interacting with the kids here this morning was superb. Yeah, I was doing character design for storybooks with them, and they seem to have had a blast. I hope to draw like a child again, because it's so free-flowing and spontaneous and innocent and creative, and there's much to learn from that, yeah, for sure.
I love the Lit Fest because it makes me so happy while reading so many books, and I love reading. It makes me happy while I read.
That a 21st century education is about reading and is about reading books that form mirrors, windows and doors to the identity of Indian children. Thank you, good luck and Godspeed in all of your reading journeys.